Good morning from 6th Avenue here in the historical center of Guatemala City, which is otherwise known as La Sexta. It's a little before 11:30 local time here on Tuesday morning. Just wanted to give an update and give a sense of what it's like to be here in the center of Guatemala City. Today is my third. Today's my third day here on the ground in Guatemala City, and I've had a chance to interview the human rights ombudsman who monitors LGBTI specific issues here in Guatemala. I spoke with her yesterday. Her commission is through the Guatemala Congress. So I sat down with her for about half an hour talking about LGBTI specific issues here in Guatemala, some of the challenges they face, some of the issues on which they are fighting, and had a really interesting conversation about events that are going on not only here in Guatemala but also in the US. And then later today I'm sitting down with the first and only openly LGBTI member of the Guatemalan Congress, Sandra Moran, who took office just about a year ago. And in addition to that, I've scheduled some interviews with some other activists. I'm sitting down with one this afternoon, and then just scheduled another interview with the transgender woman who's an activist from Guatemala tomorrow. So definitely been a busy few days here. Everything's gone pretty well. The weather's a lot better today. It's a lot warmer. As you can see, there's beautiful blue sky. There's a breeze. It's probably about, I would say, about 70 degrees or so. And very pleasant weather, much better than yesterday. We had a cold front come through here on Sunday night, and it was quite chilly, quite cold, and a lot of the locals are actually bundled up in parkas and scarves, so it was really, wasn't that cold, but it was cold enough for them to be wearing scarves and parkas walking around last night. It was probably about 50-55 degrees when I woke up this morning, so but weather's all relative, I guess, when you're here in Central America and it's the winter season. So with that said, it's been, I certainly have been keeping in touch with what's going on in the U.S. with regards to President Trump, the aftermath of the executive orders that he issued, that he signed last week, and the protests and reaction that have been unfolding subsequent to that. And it honestly seems to me, from my perspective here in Guatemala, from the news reports I've seen and read, that the folks who oppose President Trump are almost in open revolt at this point, and I think it's 12 days into his administration, and it's just very interesting, and it's very interesting to see how things are unfolding. And certainly I'm very well connected here in Guatemala in terms of being able to read the internet and access television reports. So for example, I was watching CNN last night for better part of 2 hours and just sat there watching everything come out of Washington, in some way shaking my head and just kind of processing what was going on, or trying to. And it's just tumultuous is the adjective that immediately comes to mind, and many other things as well. But again, I'll just leave it at that. This needs to be a short video. So that's what's going on here in Guatemala City, and I'm here till Friday, and then I fly to San Salvador, El Salvador, and then I fly to Honduras at Tegucigalpa specifically on February 7th, and then I end my trip on the 12th of February in San Pedro Sula, which is a city near the northern coast of Honduras, near the Caribbean. So it's been a good trip so far, lots of work to come, yet really excited to be down here. And one final thing to note, the Blade this morning announced the reason why I'm here in Guatemala, which is part of a year-long reporting project in Latin America that will focus on the countries of the Northern Triangle, which includes, of course, Guatemala, then El Salvador, and then Honduras, and also Cuba and Colombia and Chile. So nothing's been scheduled in terms of traveling to those countries at this point, but certainly I hope to be on the ground in those countries at some point later this year as part of this project. So we'll continue to provide updates and reporting from those various countries. So, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por mirar este video para leer mis artículos desde aquí en Guatemala y por todo el mundo. Y espero con ganas de hablar con ustedes muy pronto. Hasta luego.